Hi and welcome to my channel. So the UK currently has very strict laws, rules and guidance regarding who can work extra hours on what visa. Not only these, there are also very strict rules on how you can actually go about working these extra hours. So the reason I'm doing this video is because there's still a lot of confusion, especially with people that have the skilled worker visa or the UK health and care worker visa, wondering whether they can work extra hours and if so, where and how. So that's what I'm going to be talking about in today's video. So if you're new to my channel, you're welcome. If you haven't subscribed, join the family right now. Hit the subscribe button so that you're the first person to be notified every single day when I drop a new video on here. So when it comes to working extra hours, it's on a case by case basis, which means that the type of visa you have, you're supposed to know the guidance that comes with the specific type of visa. And by the way, in case you're wondering, I do have a free newsletter where I share information about free visa sponsorship opportunities to move to the UK or to switch your visa if you're already in this amazing country. I've dropped a link in the comment section below. It won't take you up to 20 seconds to join. You drop your name and email and you're part of that newsletter. Also, you're going to see my contact details on there. So there's my WhatsApp number as well as my email address, so that if you need to get in contact with me privately, then you can use that information in order to do so. So again, that newsletter, I share a lot of information as well about career progression opportunities in the UK, because I started my own UK journey as a carer in a nursing home to then progressing to the most senior clinical nursing position. So I now work for the NHS as an advanced nurse practitioner. So I'm keen on all these pathways. So it's not only about getting to the UK, but it's really what you do with yourself that is really going to make coming to this country worthy and worth your time. So there are instances that you can work extra hours. So what is a first instance? And look, it doesn't matter whether you're on a skilled worker visa or you're on a health and care worker visa. This is absolutely crucial. And by the way, if you're watching these, leave a comment in the comment section below. What is your personal circumstance right now? Are you already in the UK? What job are you doing? How are you finding it? Is there something else that you would like to know or to have in order to move forward? If you're still out of the UK, what are the jobs that you're looking for? What challenges are you facing? Have you faced any challenges at all? What can I do to better support you in order to achieve your goal? Please leave that in the comment section below so that I can join you there and try to provide that information. So the first instance where you are allowed to work 20 hours, and so extra hours are always capped at 20 hours. So legally, if you're on any of those visas, you cannot work more than extra hours. But there are 3 instances where you are allowed to work the 20 hours of extra shift. So the first instance is that you must still be employed by your current employer who has given you your current visa sponsorship. This is something that is so powerful, because for those of you that are paying money coming to the UK through employers that don't have any job for you, you are not legally allowed to work extra hours in the UK. I know this is very disheartening, but that's what the law actually says. And by the way, if you're watching this and you're wondering, I do have a private career coaching program where I offer personalized guidance, individualized, tailored, and one-to-one support to get free visa sponsorship opportunities. So these are legit employers that are going to offer you visa sponsorship without you paying any penny. All you need to do is know what the job is about, is take your time to learn what is expected of you, to do the interview successfully, make sure your CV, your job application is absolutely spot on and exactly what the employer wants and up to standard as to what is expected. So if you check the description box below or the about section of this YouTube channel, you're going to find a link to join my private coaching program. And look, if you're watching this video right now, that program is going to be 100% perfect for you, because once you join, like I say, these are all UK employers that offer free visa sponsorship. Many of them offer relocation support. They offer free accommodation for up to about 3 months when you're moving to the UK or switching, obviously, if you're already in the UK. Because if you're in this country on a student visa, on a dependent visa, on another temporary visa, then you must be looking for visa sponsorship opportunities, such as what I'm talking about, so that you can switch your visa and have that permanent job in the UK to get visa sponsorship. Also, career progression is something I'm very passionate about. Look, career progression is the reason why many of us come to this country, so that you earn a lot of money, you work less, and retire early. That's the mission. So if you're wanting to get into healthcare, do apprenticeships where they pay you to work and study at the same time with visa sponsorship, or you want to get into nursing, for example, you want to progress into senior positions, you want to get to work for the NHS, which is an amazing employer, currently the best UK employer, or you're looking for side hustle ideas, work from home jobs, you've also got access to all of that in that program. And also the teaching jobs, carer jobs, nursing jobs, nanny jobs, and just literally those jobs that offer permanent UK visa sponsorship. So you 100% want to join the top 1% of people, like-minded, success-driven individuals, so that you can achieve your goals ASAP and stop watching YouTube video after video after video, getting absolutely nowhere. So again, like we're saying, back to the main topic obviously of today, which is about the 20 hours. So if your current employer that has given you visa sponsorship to be in the UK, if they don't have any work for you, you're not legally allowed to work extra hours. I know that some of these employers have actually been saying to their workers, oh, we don't have work for you to do, but actually you can go get another employer. This is not legal, because if they are not giving you work, you are not allowed to work for another employer. That's what the law says. So again, you need to be very careful. If you don't want to do the work to get visa sponsorship the legal way, and you're going through the illegal pathways, be ready for what is coming, because the Home Office now is on a mission, revoking the licenses from these employers, because all you need is one person from the company to report and everybody is going to go down for it. So there are now thousands of carers in the UK that came with visa sponsorship. None of them have any job whatsoever that they're doing. Many people are homeless in this country. They're frustrated. They don't know what to do. So if you're watching my videos, please do the right thing. Leave a comment and say, Melvis, I will implement this. Take your time now, look for legit jobs the right way, because if you don't, you're going to still have to do it later. And look, when you're doing it later, it's under a lot of pressure, because if the Home Office finds out about these people, they give you a letter and you've only got 60 days to be in the UK or get another visa sponsorship, or you're going to get deported. It's a very unfortunate situation you don't want to find yourself in. So this is the first instance where you can work 20 hours. You've got to be working for the employer that has offered you visa sponsorship currently. If you're not working for them, you're legally not allowed to do extra hours. So that's the first instance. The second one is jobs that are on the shortage occupation list. Look, if you're in the UK on visa sponsorship, you need to digest all the jobs that are on that list. And by the way, if you're watching this and you like this content, just hit that like button. Let me know you enjoy content like this, and obviously I should do more. Also share this video with your friends, loved ones, colleagues, so that they're aware of these changes, these updates, these opportunities that the UK has, and that they are on the right side of the law as well. Because if you're not, when you apply for your indefinite leave to remain, which is your UK permanent residence, when you apply in 5 years' time, that is where you're going to get caught up. I think many people that are coming out to the UK as carers, they're not aware of what the laws are. But in 5 years from now, that's going to be like a terrible situation where thousands and thousands of people will be denied the permanent residence, because they're not going to meet the requirements, which is that if you're not working for your employer, because they can see who you're working with, who has given you visa sponsorship, they can see your national insurance contributions from which company they are coming, which means that if the person that has offered you visa sponsorship isn't giving you a job, they can see that. So you need to be very careful. 5 years from now, that's where the real deal is going to be, because many people now are not aware that what they do now is going to affect them in the future. So that's why that shortage occupation list has to be your best friend. You need to know all the jobs that are on there, because if you're doing extra 20 hours on any job on the shortage occupation list, it is legal and it is absolutely normal for you to do so. Carer jobs, for example, are on the shortage occupation list. Nursing jobs, they're also on there. There's quite a few other jobs. If you want to know more about the shortage occupation list and other jobs that are on there, leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'm going to provide more information about those jobs, how to go about them, and literally everything really that it entails. So that's the second instance where you can do 20 hours extra hours if you're on a skilled worker visa, or if you're on a health and care worker visa, taking up any job that is currently on the shortage occupation list. And then there's a third instance as well. So that's where the job that you're wanting to do extra hours in, if it's got the same occupation code as your current job, and it is also at the same level as what you have, so you can do extra 20 hours on that. So you need to make sure that if you're taking on a job that is not on the shortage occupation list, you need to make sure that you're checking the occupation code so that it's the same as the one that you have. Not only that, but you also have to make sure that that particular job is at the same level as the current job that you have visa sponsorship for. This is very, very important. And this is where many people kind of miss the point. And again, like I say, many of these things will not affect you now if you don't do the right thing. They only affect you later on when you apply for indefinite leave to remain, because they check those things and the government has access to that database that is showing which job you're doing, how much you're paying in national insurance, and everything else. So that shows in terms of your number of hours as well that you're working. So this is information that is tracked, because as you know, if you're on visa sponsorship in the UK, it is a legal requirement that your employer needs to provide all the information about you and your dealings, which means that if your employer isn't providing it, then what's going to happen to you when they're checking, all of that information. Also, with the national insurance number, which many people are not aware, it is what tracks how much you worked in the UK, how much you're paying for your pension, so that when you get to retire, they can know how much to pay you, because rightfully so, you've made those contributions and you should be entitled to your pension. But the truth is, it also tracks down who you're working for, how much you're paying. So again, it is very easy. Because I have people saying to me, Melvis, I've come to the UK, I've been in the UK for 6 months, my employer hasn't given me any hours, but I'm working for other employers. Like, how are they going to know? Because it's not possible to know. I'm like, look, they know about that. And that's why recently so many people have, are just going through such a tough time, which I do empathize with all of you. But you need to be following the rules. You need to be putting in the hard work to do things the right way. If you're not, it's going to be a struggle. And that is why you end up in those situations. So these are the only 3 instances in the UK where you can work extra hours, maximum of 20 hours on a skilled worker visa or a health and care worker visa without updating your visa. If you have to work 20 hours outside of these 3 stipulations, then you need to get another visa sponsorship, apply for another visa, or apply for your visa to be updated through the Home Office. So these are the only 3 instances where you can work extra shifts. If you want to work extra shifts outside of these 3 instances, then you need to contact the Home Office and tell them so they can get authorization, and then they're going to say, can you bring another certificate of sponsorship and apply for another visa. So it is very important that you are following the rules and the laws. And if you're part of my coaching program, you know how I go on about the best employers in the UK. There's no need messing around with people that are going to mess you up later on when you're applying for indefinite leave to remain. And you cannot go back to them and say, 5 years ago, I came to the UK, you didn't give me any hours. It does not work. It's up to you to safeguard yourself, because the employers are covering their own back. You have to cover yourself and think about your own well-being, because ultimately long term, you're the one that is going to lose out from all of that. And let me tell you, the employer is not going to be there in 5 years time when you're caught up in all of these predicaments. So again, what do you think about this? I hope that if you're watching my videos, obviously you're doing the right thing, even though it's very difficult to do the right thing. Even me, sometimes I struggle with that, but we must stay on the side of the law. We must stay, as immigrants, we must do the right thing so that we're not getting into trouble, because it is not worth it. Like, how much money you're going to spend, time, energy, stress levels, it is just not worth it. Please do the right thing and make sure that you're getting the best employers, because all these other employers aren't worth it. They don't deserve you. They're not worth your time. So again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button so you're the first to be notified when I drop new videos on here. Check out this other video I've linked up specially for you. I'll see you in this video.